Alright, this video in under 3 minutes is going to show you how to replicate the Arapahoe County rig. So you're going to go to arapahoevotes.gov/transparency. You're going to click on certification and recounts. You're going to click on the redacted CVR of the November 2020 general election. The longest part of this process is waiting for this file to download. So while it's downloading, what we're going to be replicating is the absolutely impossible voting patterns of Arapahoe County where Democrats and Republicans moved in perfect lockstep. Okay? It's just absolutely impossible. So all we have to do is make 7 columns in a spreadsheet. Okay? It's very easy. This is 5th grade math. You don't need to be a PhD. You don't need to wait for an expert to peer review it. You can peer review it yourself from this video. So we open up the cast vote record in Excel. We're going to get rid of all the columns that have nothing to do with anything except the presidential race and the Proposition B race. We just do that so we have clarity, okay? So here is the Biden vote. And here's the Trump vote. So we need these 2 columns. We also need the cast vote record number. We don't need anything else for this. We don't need precinct number, counting group, or anything. Although if you want to replicate things at a precinct level, maybe you want to keep this. But for the sake of this video, we're getting rid of everything that's not a Trump vote, a Biden vote, or a yes or no vote on the cast vote record. So this is Biden. This is Trump. Get rid of this. Go over here. We'll see the Proposition B vote. This Constitutional Amendment B. Get rid of all of this. And get rid of everything after Proposition B. Alright, now, this is yes for Proposition B. This is no for Proposition B. Get rid of these top 3 rows. Good. Let's go ahead and... So all we have is the cast vote record number. Biden, Trump, yes, no. Now what we're going to do is create 4 columns, A, B, C, D. And all they do is detect which of these categories the votes belong to. So A is going to be people who voted for Trump and voted yes on Proposition B. Okay. So I like to color code these. So we're going to put Biden in blue. And then we're going to put Trump in red, and then we're going to put these in different colors, okay? That way you just, it's easier to see what's going on. So Biden is in blue. Trump is going to be in red. Yes votes we'll put in purple. And no votes we'll put in green, okay? Cast vote record I like to put in yellow. All right, now A... This is the only thing you have to really pay attention to in the video because it requires a little bit of code. You're going to write if Trump equals 1 and the no vote equals 1. Then you're going to put a 1, otherwise a 0. So what this tells you... Okay, so write if... Hold on. Let's start that over. If and, okay, Trump equals 1 and no equals 1, then 1, otherwise 0. Okay? So this tells us if somebody voted for both Trump and voted no on Proposition B. Okay? All right, now we're just going to take this code. We're going to do if Trump and then yes on Proposition B. So we're going to change this here. Now we're going to do if Biden and no on Proposition B. And then we're going to do if Biden and yes. So C to D. All right. And that's it. That's the hardest part of the whole thing. Now, we just have to make a running sum of these. So we're going to do A, B, C, D. The next 4 columns. We're going to set the first row equal to the row before it. And after that, we're just going to do a sum. You're going to add the 0 or the 1 to the existing value above it. So you're going to do this column plus this column, but the row above it. This is the cumulative total. All right, let that go. All right, now we need 3 more columns. So we need the time. We need the percentage of people, the percentage of Trump voters who voted no, and the percentage of Biden voters who voted no. So here we define time as the percentage of ballots cast. So it's the cast vote record 1 divided by the total number of ballots cast. So in this case, it's 354,247. 247. All right, so 354,247. Okay. By the way, they have a dummy row down here. Remember to delete the very last row. Okay, now we're going to put that in a percentage. So just click that here. Put the decimal out maybe to 8 places. Let that go. All right, now we need 2 more percentages. That's going to be A over A plus B. And you're going to write, I'll show you what happens when you get the divide by 0 error. A over A plus B. And then you're going to write over here, C over C plus D. Okay? This will show us how these percentages change over time for either party. Drop it down a few rows. Where you see this divide by 0 error, just delete it and replace with 1/2, which is 50%. And now just drop this to the bottom. Put the percentages. Now go ahead and graph time versus X and Y. Zoom in on this X-axis from 40 to 50%. And out comes the pattern that we've been looking for, which shows Democrats and Republicans voting yes and no on this proposition in absolute perfect unison throughout the entire election. So, does it need to be peer reviewed? No. You don't need to be a genius to replicate this. It speaks for itself. So that's the whole video. And happy hunting.